You let me go live yesterday without the background. I was laying in the bed and I'm like, I forgot to do something yesterday. I was playing with the stuff. Oh, I have to go through all of them. Just give me a second. I have to, I have to go through all of them. I'm getting a lot together. Just give me a second. If it was stay one color, what is that? How is that looking? How is that? It's the best I can do. Um, Child, I was playing with that doggone. Oh, okay. That light is. I don't know if she's gonna. Let me see how she looking over here. She looking decent over here. Hold on. Let me see. How is that? Do I need to come? Mm. Is that the purple? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I think that was what I was on yesterday. Okay. Oh my goodness. I had got off live last night and I think I forgot to cut the doggone background back on. Doing too much. I see it still glitching. Let me see how she looking over here. Let me tell you, it's same as yesterday. Nothing new. Nothing new. Come on. Come on. Come on. Happy Monday. Happy Monday now. I did make it. I did, in fact, make it. So, don't be mad if you don't see me Wednesday. Or, I gotta, how we have to pull them all-nighters Thursday for Candace and for Drewski, Lord. Do I even have a paper towel or did I use them all? I had used them all yesterday. Hold on, I gotta, let me just give you a little hey. Thank you for stopping by. Prasad? Is that Prasad? Hold on, let me get it situated here. Lovely, lovely. Hello. Morning. What is it? Is that Tuesday? Are you on Tuesday already? Saying good morning like that? Are you a stud? Is your mama a stud? What is you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What? Let me get over here. She got the... Why are you... Let me find it. I'm over here clicking on OBS. No, ma'am, that ain't gonna work. But that's not gonna work over here. Let me go to the chat. Where are you from? I am from America. Georgia to be exact. But I am from America. USA. Come, please, just, Candace, let me get it. I'm from India. But aside, you ain't even have to tell me that. You thought you had to tell me that? Come on now. It's Prasad. We knew that initially, immediately. Okay. When did you know you were a stud? Oh my God, Star Fox, please, honey, please. I'm glad you just found out that you was a stud today. Congratulations. Congrats, okay? Okay, Star Fox is a stud. Just came out. Let's hand a round of applause, please. Please. We know how it is. When people just come out, they got to tell everybody, oh, I'm a stud. Yeah. 2-3 sports bras. What you talking about? I'm a stud. What? Okay. Star Fox, congrats. Thank you. Jeez. Happy Monday. Chill with all that stud energy on Monday. Okay. Do you got your stud kit? Your kit. We know the sports bras, the straps, all that, all that. Do you have all of your supplies? Since you done came out as a stud today. No, I'm eating some cashews. Some cashews. And I got a little granola bar here. And I have a banana here. And I have some graham crackers here to go along with some peanut butter. Indeed. And then just in case, you know, we get a little spicy. Feeling a little spicy. Can't forget the deer pork for sure. For sure. For sure. And then, because I got some, it's TGI Fridays though. They ain't just anybody mozzarella sticks. They TGI. Happy Monday, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. All right, let me see what Candace talking about.
You guys, happy Monday.
Uh-huh.
Just going to pause
I hope
our
it's a bun. Oh, yeah. Bread. What kind of bread? Okay, so she didn't already gave us a heads up that she's pausing the Bride of Chucky series. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Like, I understand that, you know. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's Momentum Monday. And don't forget the pistachios. I got them. I got them. Ooh. I don't know why I thought we was finna get ready to wrap up this Erica Kurt series. She over here talking about damn Donald Trump. Ma'am, I could have stayed in the bed. Alright? Let me see what she's talking about.
series just for one day because there's just so much.
Oh, she said just for one day. Oh, man, come on now, chill.
On right now, Iran is literally on fire. Bill Ackman wants me imprisoned, apparently, for suggesting that American sons and daughters should object to being slaughtered for Israel. Why so triggered? Perhaps because...
What color? What color? You don't want me to snap? I'm hungry. What color is the do-rag? I told you. Oh, yeah, I'm not know. I could, but if I wanted to be, I definitely, but I know that camera was in there for sure. How aggressive you came in. I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, goodness. I could definitely be a sub for sure. I could. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Not the Tims. The Tims. Okay, she's certified now, huh? She's certified now. Respect. Go.
This entire war has been engineered by Israel. Maybe it's that. Donald Trump has very clearly betrayed the American people. You need to accept.
Clearly. No. Most notably, everybody who voted for him. Most notably, everybody who voted and put him back on the album.
I've had to accept that. He's very clearly not the commander of the armed forces. Bibi Netanyahu is. Wilson is. And I believe that Charlie Kirk was the first casualty of the war in Iran. And it's also my belief that he was intentionally sacrificed for those who practice occult worship. I'm going to explain to you guys what I mean by that. Beyond that, it is completely obvious to anyone that is paying attention that Erica's desire was to become the president one day. So let's talk about all of it. Well,
can't Erica trying to be the president? Duck out. Let me answer Prasad first. So, it's pronounced Quashika. It's just Quashika. What's a movie that I think everybody should see? I don't know about that should. I don't know about that should. I can think. Honestly, if you haven't seen a Liam Neeson movie, you should be good to go. Ooh, that latest Final Destination was pretty good. That latest that last one, that one was pretty good. I'm trying to think. What's a good movie that everybody should see? Just give me a second. I have to charge my or else I'll forget. I don't know. What's a good movie that everybody should see? God, I'm so hungry.
Back to Candace.
I don't know if I want to hear her talk about Donald Trump on a Monday. Ooh. Just let me see what she's talking about. I gotta sit up in my chair. I don't want to. What's that? Oh, it's this tool that creates. Talk about no damn Donald Trump. Hello. Hi.
Tucker Carlson, he is trending right now.
Always.
By the way, he's trending always. What he's doing right now is so
Literally.
remarkable and so brave. And
Literally,
he is
he's
challenging
always
the conversation, changing
trending.
our understanding about the way politics works. And he has just been so objectively honest and, again, brave in what he is doing.
There's some cashews right
But
now.
he's trending right now for a rather obscure reason.
Well,
It's actually a simple tweet that has a lot of his routine haters melting down. This is the tweet. I'll show you that. He wrote, "Pray that the spell breaks and the world is saved."
simple.
That's all he wrote. Of course, we should pray. But what is triggering them about that? I think I know. I think it's the term a spell.
Oh.
Yeah, a spell. Because
Ooh.
a spell implies
Witchcraft?
Witchcraft
Ow.
or magic.
Oh.
And the timing of this tweet really is something because I have had it on my heart and on my mind all weekend to find the right words to convey to my audience that what is going on in this world is literally and exactly that.
I can read it, no tiny.
People that practice occult magic are in this moment pushing for World War III. And I think that's hard for a lot of people to process because we grow up and we learn that there are in effect really three major monotheistic religions in the West. So the idea that actually there are people that are in charge of Western governments that are in essence really pagan and could be making literal blood sacrifices to various demons, that kind of evades us. It evades our understanding of the world because we look at Hollywood, we look at culture. Hollywood in particular has been ever intentional in assisting sort of the implausibility of such a narrative, right? Movies, books that are published, if they delve into the topic of witchcraft and spell casting, it's reserved really for the category of fantasy, right? It's fantasy.
Okay.
Discussing it, or it's being mocked. Hocus Pocus, or Harry Potter.
Oh.
Really. What sort of crazy person would believe that ancient pagan practices are still happening in the real
Sound like we
world?
finna get some rain again.
Okay, maybe in some remote third world village in Africa.
Uh-oh.
But in the developed Western world, at the tippity top of government, you would be mad to even suggest it.
Uh-oh.
Even when it's actually in our faces. Take, for example, this recent Paris fashion show collection from a brand known as L'Atelier Bécao. Just so you know, that translates to fecal matter. Wow,
What?
Must have really been an inspired show. Fecal matter. Wow. No, so in your face, but don't you take it the next step further and think that these people could be into some dark stuff. That would make you, again, a crazy person. What about the much celebrated visual artist to the stars, the Serbian one? She's also an artist to the politicians. She does spirit cooking, literally. That was what was in those emails. Marina Abramovic. She puts on performances in front of the most powerful.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'll get it together. I'm out of it today. Out of Mondays. Woo. Come on.
In the world. Performances like in 1974 when she sought to, quote, re-evoke the.
What did you download? I downloaded this and took a look. But I didn't understand the thing. Listen. That's one of them languages. Whew. Yeah. Probably have to pass on that. At least trying to learn. Let me see these stats. 836,369 views. 70K.
Energy of extreme bodily pain using a large petroleum-drenched pentagram, which the artist lit on fire at the start of the performance. Standing outside of the pentagram, Abramovic cut her nails, her toenails, and her hair. When she finished with each, she threw the clippings into the flames, creating a burst of light each time, burning the pentagram, representing a physical and mental purification.
Hello, Prasad.
Oh, that's just art, guys. That's just art. What? Don't you think a step further? No, come on, that's just art. And on the matter of science, even when it's in our faces, like when the world's leading nuclear physicists are caught, cloaked before a statue of Shiva, stabbing a woman in an occult ceremony for CERN, well, you guys, that's just science. That right there that you are looking at on your screens was science, the best science, the best that science has to offer, the most ingenious people. And indeed, I would agree that it is modern science. In fact, the entire thrust.
I'm Kushika.
What was deemed the scientific revolution, a move away from the natural order of things and towards empiricism, rationality, that began because of a long, organized human effort. Removed.
I had to pause so I can open up them sun chips. Let me just let her get through this.
Our innate spiritual understanding. Okay?
Remember, she went down this fucking rabbit hole because Tarker said something about something to spell. He tweeted something. Do we still say tweet or do we post it on X? I don't ever think we use the word tweet anymore. I don't know, whatever. Tucker posted on X something about spells is broken and something. And so she was like, ooh, there has been a spell and they have been, where's my knife? They are practicing witchcraft and oh my goodness. I didn't check the algorithm before I got here. I just was like, come on. Candace is going to be live today. We're finishing up the Erica. I'm like, man, I don't give a about no damn Donald Trump. And whatever he got going on right now, he always got something going on.
They wanted you to know that you can now ignore your God-given instincts. You can set aside your subconscious. That subconscious that comes online and lets you know that something is not right.
Right.
Yeah, you can just set that aside and trust the experts instead. In fact, the experts constantly reinforce to us that our subconscious is wrong. Or it's just weird. And in some cases, it's immoral. It's devilish. You want to go see your grandmother while she's dying in the middle of COVID? What are you, Satan? You're being guided by Satan. If you don't listen to Dr. Fauci, that's who you're being guided by.
No, some glasses. Does that answer your question? There's something about that eyelid touching. Ooh. I'm like, ooh. Put your glasses on.
No greater source of authority in their world than the government. Other restrictions. Which they control. That's the idea. And I promise you on everything, like on everything, that when Savannah, my manager, came down the stairs and delivered the news that Charlie had been shot, I went into my husband's office and I cried and I immediately said to him, he was betrayed. Charlie was betrayed. And my husband said back to me, you don't know that. We don't know anything yet. And I said, I know. Now, empirically, that argument fails. I get it. But no one can explain why or how I had the sense of dread in the very week leading up to Charlie's assassination. No one can offer why I knew that there was danger coming specifically to a school and why I felt that it was related to bees, why the feeling was so overwhelming that I hired extra security and took my podcast off air and pulled my children out of school. I have never experienced a dread like that in my life, ever. No one also can explain or even offer an explanation as to how exactly it is that Charlie knew he was going to die young.
Hell, he knew he was going to die.
Would specifically be related to Turning Point USA. He said he knew from the moment he signed on the dotted line that he was going to die young. What exactly is the expert explanation for that deep internal knowing that he had that has now been proven correct? I'll tell you, there isn't one. There isn't one. What Charlie sensed was obviously right. And the moment that Charlie was shot, I knew what happened to him was not random. Okay? He was betrayed. Charlie Kirk was the first casualty of the war in Iran. I'm certain of that. And it's deeper than that. I am now of the opinion that he was likely sacrificed. And I want to see why I got there. You guys know, if you're part of my book club, I've been doing a lot of research into Freemasonry. About a month ago, while we took a break to prepare for our Bride of Charlie series, someone sent me this. I'm showing you, this is what they sent me in the mail.
Damn.
Something that is known as a Freemason Bible. Now, I knew that these existed because of my site.
God. Oh, that motherfucker massive. Damn, it's massive for one. Flip it over. Let me see what the pictures look like.
Sigmund Freud, and looking into the fact that he
flip it open.
Inherited one from his.
Damn, that fucking book big as hell. Don't it look like a book of spells? Don't it look like one of them little spell books? I mean, it do look like an encyclopedia, but never mind.
The backstory of this one in particular came with a handwritten letter.
Ooh.
It said a 33rd degree Freemason out in Oklahoma died, and all of his belongings were left in a home that was eventually auctioned off.
Ooh.
And the person who had this in his possession, his relative was the person who acquired the home. And they went in and they burned everything in it effectively.
Whoa.
Thinking that it was obviously just carrying bad spirits. But he, for some reason, had the sense that he should keep this one item. For no particular reason, he kept it in the back of his truck for over a decade. And when he saw me covering the history of Freemasonry and what they believe, trying to discern what it is that they believe, he felt that this was the reason that he had kept it all those years. So he just sent it to me to provide me further insight into what they believe and what they practice at the top of Freemasonry.
I mean, don't say it like that. Like, oh, he just sent it to me in the mail. Some random stranger. She got like her address online or something. Send it to me.
It's your granddad's Freemason lodge, okay? My dad was a lodge. It was just a no, this is not that. That is not what 33rd degree Freemasonry is.
Okay.
So I flipped through this immediately.
Flip through it now. Let me see the font.
after we did douse it in holy water. I flipped through it. And within the very
Not
first
douse it with
pages,
holy
there
water.
was a pentagram with various illustrations inside of it.
Open it.
Notes around it. I'm going to show you that now. We just took a picture for it for you to see.
Oh. Is it handwritten? I can't see what it says.
There at the bottom. And in case you can't see...
I just damn said I can't see what it says. I see name, address, elected, initiated, advanced. Elected, initiated, advanced. Elected, initiated, advanced. Okay, and then what is it? Name, address. Initiate. See. Initiated. If I can get it. I can't. Just let her finish.
Pointing to the middle, it says place of sacrifice or worship. Okay? Place of sacrifice or worship in the middle there. So I want you to note that in this Freemason Bible, it illustrates that a sacrifice must be made in the center of a pentagon. It's a pentagon. 5 sides. Like a house. And I thought, how curious that Charlie was indeed seated in the center of a pentagon.
Oh, shit.
But nothing stuck until I tried.
So it's still grounded and rooted in Charlie Kirk. We just had to get our hooves off of Erica Kirk neck. So I was just making sure. He was. Oh, my God. Go ahead,
Check
girl.
that for you. You can see that right there.
That's true.
Again, it was my independent study.
It's the symbolism for me. It's the symbolism for me.
Sigmund Freud, that led me to learning about B'nai B'rith, the Jewish Freemason group, who I believe have been running our country since at least the Civil War. I've done my best to consume and learn about what it is that they believe, what they practice. This is occult mysticism. The satanic panic that happened was real. Children are being harmed. They have been harmed in occult ceremonies for a very long time. This is an
Thank you.
ancient practice.
I watched it yesterday.
And this is not to be confused with Judaism in any way. In fact, they rely on you confusing it. No shape or form does this have anything to do with any of the monotheistic religions, okay? Judaism is merely a mask that these pagan occultists wear, just like Christianity is one of the masks that they wear. The Star of David, as they term it, is in fact an occult symbol meant to represent King Solomon's reign. There is no way that you can avoid this. There's no way that they can try to rewrite history. It is quite literally known as the Seal of Solomon. Let me show you this. This is on Wikipedia. This is that accessible. We can read parts of this together. It reads, it is often depicted in the shape of either a hexagram or a pentagram. In mystic Jewish lore, the ring is variously described as having been given to Solomon, having given Solomon, the power to command the supernatural. Due to the proverbial wisdom of Solomon, it came to be seen as an amulet or a talisman or a symbol or character in medieval magic and Renaissance magic, occultism, alchemy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is literal witchcraft. We cannot beat these people, and we cannot win if we refuse to even recognize what it is that we are up against.
Huh. Interesting. So witchcraft is real? I mean, that book, it's giving Book of Spells for sure. So witchcraft is real. Like real, real, or like, I don't know. It's quite interesting. Huh. So, and the only reason I say that, you have to like hear me out. But the only reason I say that is because then what the hell was the purpose of the damn witch trial? What is it called? The witch trials, right? I think that's what it's called, the witch trials. What the hell was all that about? That was real wicked. This is quite interesting. Not enough to be trying to become a witch or be trying to learn no damn magic, but it is quite interesting. If you ask me. The Salem witch trial. I knew I was missing a word before that. In my head, I'm like, it's something that it's a 3-letter word to it. You know, it has that. What the fuck was going on with the Salem witch trials? If y'all gonna turn around and damn do magic, why the hell was y'all burning? And who was that they had? Don't get me to lie. Cause you know you hear about those horror stories. Them Salem witch trial horror stories. Oh my God. I'm talking about horror stories. Lock them up, people in the coffins and throwing them over the ship and stuff. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? All for y'all to turn back around and do the same shit that they was doing? You guys are just fucking,
To recognize what it is and who it is that we are up against. And again, it has nothing to do with Christianity. It's got
Isn't that supposed to be like the #1 religion over here in America? I'm like, only in America, child, because everybody else, ooh. But then, allegedly, they made that story up. So now it's like, oh, God, y'all make this shit so damn confusing. You grow up only to find out that everything you damn learned and knew and thought was true. God, it's so fucking
to
irritating.
do with Judaism.
Look.
That is why, as is further stipulated on this Wikipedia page, the Seal of Solomon was once featured on the flag of Nigeria.
Oh my God,
And the
not Nigeria, Lord.
Of Morocco.
Ooh.
Those are not known to be Jewish countries.
See what I mean? What are we doing?
Freemasons worship Solomon as the master architect. They believe that he gave them the keys to build and therefore control societies. This is how you build. This is how you build a matrix, in effect, right?
Okay. All for what? All for what, though? I mean, these people are like totally obsessed. Totally obsessed. I never want to get to that point in life. I don't even know how to enjoy life. Being this obsessed. I be trying to get Madison to understand it. I'm like, ma'am. I be trying to get Seth to understand it. It's like, chill. Chill. Obsession. Just
That is the reason why Aleister Crowley,
look at him.
pastor, cultist, created an entire religion around this, put together a series of books, a series of pentacles that are meant to summon various spirits. I want you to hear me when I say that. They are intentionally summoning demons. First book.
I can't. Summoning demons. For what? For what? Don't get me alone.
It was called the Book of Evil Spirits. Wow,
Look.
look at that Star of David all over it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean this is not?
The Book of Evil Spirits.
Oh shit, it's associated with bowel worship. I cannot stress this enough. That is what those in power practice. It is what they believe. It is ancient. It is occult. It is magic. I believe that the manner of Charlie's death was also intended to cast a spell. That's the only thing I kept asking the question: why did they broadcast this? Making us watch Charlie die was diabolical.
That's that word of the century. Don't ever forget that. They made sure that they had that footage.
Although this priest that I'm about to show you is discussing Satanism more broadly, he's not saying this, to be clear, in the context of Charlie Kirk. I want you to take a listen to what he says. This is Father Ripperger. He's going to describe the nature of this sort of constant symbolism that's being used, this obsession with them almost having to reveal to us what they're doing, like wanting to get close to revealing to us what they're doing, and then gaslighting us. Take a listen.
Actually, the technical term that we tend to use for that is called the revealing of the method. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I have.
Basically, it basically means that it can be connected to a curse. They can curse this so that it has a more, so that its distribution becomes more extensive and more people watch the thing. But a lot of times what that is that the thing about Satanists, and also even though it's occult in the fact that it's hidden, there's a side to diabolic psychology that even when they remain hidden, they still want to show themselves in some way. They still
like a narcissist. You know, they oh, well, we want to do, but we still, it's like they can't even help it. Is it, I mean, obviously, obviously it's a mind game, right? Like, let's just call it what it is. It's a mind game. The thing about it, though, is I'm trying to figure out what is the point. Is it to deny when we realize it, when we see it, when we become exposed to it? Or is it to not acknowledge it? You know, I'm not like, let me just let him finish. Because it's...
and still going to reveal themselves in something. They can't help it. And it's the same thing you see. It's the same thing you see with Satanists. It's the same thing you see with Freemasons when they're involved in certain things. It's the same stuff you see across the board in these particular groups. And so they just tend to reveal stuff. But their hope is to, even in the revealing, that you don't know. There's a sadistic delight they get out of basically putting it to you without you even knowing it.
Revealing it to us without us even knowing that they just revealed it to us. Like a little secret code or something. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking even crazier.
Yes, that is accurate. It is diabolical, and they are clearly sadistic in what they are doing. And of course, there is an element of it they enjoy to gaslight you right after they do these sorts of things. That piece, by the way, about the symbolism, sort of overt and in your face, is also made clear in the very early pages of this quote-unquote Freemason Bible. That symbolism is actually crucial. In fact, it's a science to them. You're not imagining things. Right here at the top, it states this. Again, from this quote-unquote Freemason Bible. It reads, it has been correctly stated that symbolism constitutes the very essence of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is essentially the science of symbolism. Further down, it offers us a section entitled These.
You better make sure you don't miss that one. I almost choked. You better make sure you don't miss that now. The science of symbolism? What? What? And then look how they tried to downplay it. Essentially, it's the science of symbolism. The science, you might as well would have been better off saying it's the art of symbolism. What the hell?
Of symbolism explained, it reads, a symbol or an emblem is an occult representation of something unknown or concealed by a sign or a thing that is known. Something you recognize kind of carrying deeper meaning. And it gives us some examples. Incredibly, you wouldn't believe me if I didn't show it to you.
Oh, Lord.
It gives the example of a square. Square is in Freemasonry an emblem or a symbol of morality. A plumb line, the symbol of rectitude, and the beehive as a symbol of industry. Yes, they do communicate to one another using symbols, as I have maintained from the very beginning, by the way. Cash Patel continually stressing 33 hours was not random. It did not feel subtle. It seemed to me and to many others that was some
The
sort of
33rd
signal.
hour.
33, everyone was just saying 33 all the time. So to the routinely gaslit public, I would like to validate your every instinct, most especially about the subsequent
Cash Patel,
behavior of Turning Point
FBI.
USA as an organization,
Right.
behavior that looked to us as though it was diabolical. There was apparently, sadly for them, not enough empiricism, rationality, or spell casting in the universe to override our sense that something was and is deeply wrong. Deeply wrong. What did they give us? The horrific murder of a man, followed by the joyful coronation of his wife, who is now inviting his enemies onto the very ship that he built. Spiritual ick is what we felt.
Ick.
Okay, words have meaning. They sent out their broadcasters, effectively, to cast something more broadly to the public. What they cast was, she's a grieving widow. That's what Charlie would have wanted. 6 feet social distancing. To what end, though? To what end? I believe, it's pretty obvious now, there was an ultimate goal of raising Erica's political profile as a potential presidential candidate down the line, actually.
I rebuke her in the name of Jesus. No, ma'am.
that was explicitly and almost immediately ceded by her dear friend.
Y'all definitely not gonna put Erica in office, and y'all didn't put Kamala in office with no political background. With no political background. Now I knew Kamala wasn't gonna make it. That I had already knew. Okay, but
Time homosexual deviant Tyler Boyer, who she can't remember how she met. Take a listen to what he said a mere 12 days after Charlie's assassination.
where he was at?
Do you see politics in
Oh.
her future down the road?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I had conversations with Charlie about that. So he was like, man, Erica could be so much bigger and better than me at almost everything. And we laugh all the time about it because people were like, Charlie was going to be president someday. He believed firmly that Erica was going to be president someday.
Oh, devil is a lie.
Well,
That devil
there
is
it
a
is
lie.
again. Them telling us the private conversations were the exact opposite of everything that Charlie was saying publicly. Women, get married, have children, have lots of children, stay home. That's more important. In the days leading up, Erica said she stayed back because Charlie said home needs you. That's why she didn't go to the September 10th event. They were just on a tour. Charlie was just every day telling people that family's the most important thing. But privately, when he sat down with Tyler Boyer, he was like, Erica's going to be president. That's what I want for my wife. I want her to be president and to be also the CEO and chairman in the event of my death. And, you know, he wasn't the only one. You got to go backward to really realize how deranged everything was. Here is Frank Turek on October 7th, just 3 weeks following Charlie's assassination. Take a listen.
I used to say to him, the ticket in 2028 is going to be Vance Kirk. And I said, I don't know if you want to take it because I don't think you're going to have the same effect as the president of Turning Point USA. But you know what? Between you and me and our listeners, I'm not giving up on the Vance Kirk ticket.
Well, it's very exciting.
Amen.
But,
I think
Amen.
Erica would be an amazing president someday.
I rebuke you. I rebuke you.
That, my friends, would be an example of what Father Ripplinger described diabolical psychology. Like, oh, Charlie was going to be the president, but you know what? It was Vance Kirk is what we were hoping for, but now he's gone. I just realized we don't have to let go of that hope because there's still a Kirk and there's still a President Vance. That could be really beautiful and exciting. Could be what Charlie wanted in the end. And of course, here is the very and always excited Mikey McCoy echoing that sentiment. Take a listen.
he left behind these blueprints for her. And just
And for you.
there you go.
And for you, Mikey.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really ever know what the outcome's going to be. I definitely thought maybe there would be a Vance Kirk ticket. Maybe there still will be a Vance Kirk ticket.
The police officer at the scene.
Somebody been doing their homework. Or she probably been using Ian Carroll's new system that he just cooked up. I can't remember the name of it because I ain't been over there in a minute. I had to catch him live. If I don't catch him live, be trying to go back and watch them 2-3 hour live streams. Whew.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Not-
isn't it?
no,
Who
ma'am.
Who could deny this sort of a destiny? Erica being the president in her husband's
Ugh.
place, and they're smiling and they're laughing about that
And
possibility.
kikiing
we're never
about
gonna see
it.
those blueprints, guys. But they did say to Mikey McCoy, my 21-year-old person who I've known even got this job as
Ooh.
chief of staff.
Ooh.
But these blueprints are for you. I didn't responsibly give them to someone that was running my estate, lawyers. No, I wanted to leave these for you and to Erica because I don't know, she just would understand these blueprints. With everything that I have thus far uncovered about Erica, I do believe that was her ultimate goal, the White House. I think Elizabeth Lane read Erica correctly when she
Oh, yeah.
posited that she may be a psychopath because,
Maybe.
in my opinion, only a psychopath could,
Uh-oh.
after her husband's public assassination, offer a raise to Dan Flood. the security guard who failed Charlie in every possible manner and way
A
on
raise.
September 10th. Only a psychopath who does not experience human emotions in the way that humans experience them would be capable of offering and then giving an in-home interview to the New York Times in the immediate days following her husband's assassination. The New York Times, a publication who her husband hated. And would then tell that journalist that the least traumatizing part was the idea of raising her children without a father. Okay? A psychopath is the best answer that I can come up with for why she felt compelled to go into the office the same week and to bring her kids every day rather than tending to their every emotional need at home as they come to the realization that they will never see their father
Ever again.
A psychopath is my best explanation. My best explanation for why she told Jesse Waters that she had zero fear. None at all. No, she wasn't scared to walk out the door the very next day with her kids in tow. I think nearly everyone in the world felt a little less safe in the days following Charlie's assassination. Not his wife, Erica Kirk, no.
Charlene don't know what on 9/11 anyway.
He's trying to tell us that it's perfectly understandable, relatable even. It's actually divine. She lies because she's so godly that she forgave the person who allegedly murdered her husband before she even saw evidence of his guilt. And despite an overwhelming amount of evidence mounting to the contrary,
Right.
Erica is so godly that she even helped to validate the implausible parts of the narrative regarding Tyler Robinson. The implausible parts, like the neck stopping a 30-06 bullet. She came up and crafted the Superman steel neck and all. No questions did she have, just faith. Deep faith and lies, a lot of lies. And to be sure, whatever the attempt was with Erica, pay attention to me, media. It has failed categorically, so stop it. Okay, all of your little media spells are failing as of late because we recognize that they are very easily defeated by truth, loud truth. And more people are daring to speak it. More and more people are feeling inspired by Tucker Carlson to stand up and to recognize what it is we are fighting in this world. True evil. Old school, ancient evil.
Oh,
We even have comedians that are daring to make jokes about the obvious. Like Tim Dillon, take a listen.
Oh, he's so damn certified. Let me take a water break before I get started on Tim. Every time he come on, he got a clip. I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, Tim. He's so funny. It just don't make look.
The Kirk thing. Right?
Not the Kirk thing. Try that thing. Look.
Look at that. And you try to zoom out and go,
Right.
all right,
Right.
tragic death
Yep.
on its face.
Oh, yeah.
We see the furry's boyfriend, the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler.
Then we zoom out, we go, wait, the wife's weird. Something up with the wife.
Why does he have Epstein Island ass on the green screen in the back? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold the fuck up. Why the hell does he have Epstein Island? What was that? His little church or some shit? Fuck, he got that on the damn green screen. A real troll. I'm listening, I'm analyzing, and then I'm paying attention, obviously. Tim Polo had, Des, come on, stop playing with him. Epstein ass in the back. Damn, Tim. Certified.
Weird.
Green screen.
With them. 3 weeks after the guy's dead, she's out there with sparklers. They're doing Cirque du Soleil. Something's off.
Cirque du Soleil.
Something's weird.
Something's off. Something's weird.
The wife it's beyond weird.
Ooh.
It's creepy.
Ooh.
And there's a very good chance that this woman was his handler.
Oh, 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 Did we not hear that already? Because we heard that Charlie may have been Candace's handler. And then now we're hearing that Erica could have been Charlie's handler. Let me just fix my little SACD up again. Just give me a second. Go ahead, Tim.
That he was this powerful young guy
Mm-hmm.
who raised a lot of money for a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
and took a lot of money
Sure.
from a lot of people. And,
Sure.
and money's never free.
Uh-huh.
So you think about it, you say you have this, how do you direct a guy like that who's incredibly important? He's running the largest young voter, registration
Company.
organization. He's
Organization.
handling large sums of money.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there sculpting narrative as it regards to domestic and foreign policy. So you have a handler who
Oh.
comes in.
Uh-oh.
And she may have loved him. I'm sure she loved him. Why wouldn't a handler love her husband? Because even though she was his Mossad handler and probably had him killed, no marriage is perfect. None. Not one. No marriage is perfect.
Hold on now. He just slipped that in there and kept going. He slipped that Mossad handler in there and kept going like he didn't. Oh, wait, whoa, buddy. Did he just say Mossad handler? What?
Really?
This
No
is
marriage
crazy.
is perfect. There's no marriage that is perfect.
And damn,
She may
look.
have been his handler,
Look.
and they came to her one day and said, he found out you're his handler.
Oh. How would he have found that out? Was that the argument the day before, the night before? Was that the reason for the argument the night before? Hey, I'm not doing this whole Israel thing again. This is a bunch of hocus pocus shit, and I don't want none of your money. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. Would she have told him, or would somebody else have told him? Would she have told him, or would somebody else have had to tell him that pertinent information? I'm just asking. You know, if we're going with the theory that Erica could have been, which it makes sense, right? Ties to Fort Huachuca, intelligence base. It makes sense. In theory. Oh, we met in Israel. Well, why were you over there in Israel? It's kind of hard to gauge, so to speak, but I don't understand how the assassination would have been planned for months at this point. At the least weeks. And so, what was the point of the argument the night before? I'm just curious to know. That's all. I'm just curious to know. What was the point of the argument? The night before. But nonetheless, go Tim.
Or she might have told them. She might have said, listen, we got problems.
See what I mean? That's why I'm like, did she tell him or did, you know, like, but that's still,
This guy,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not the only one saying this, don't kill me. I'm
Relax.
saying, we're not breaking news here. We're not breaking ground.
Right.
We're reviewing. We're analyzing.
We're analyzing.
We're like behind the eight ball.
Look, I told you Epstein ass back there, I told you. That damn tell your ass that Epstein, he got Epstein Island ass in the back of the damn, on the green screen. I don't even, it might be AI, but you never know. That could have, you know, been like how it was painted before. 'Cause I know when old dude went over there, it wasn't that same color. But go ahead, Tim.
May have said, called someone up and said, we got bad news here.
He's out.
This guy found all the laundered money, and now he knows I'm his handler, and he thinks that invalidates the marriage.
Oh, shit. Okay. Interesting. He found out about the money. He also found out that I'm his handler. And that would essentially nullify the marriage. Wow. What an interesting little theory. I love it. I love that theory.
Because I'm his handler.
I like that.
Like, can we do anything about it?
Right.
Is there anything we can do here? And she goes, I don't know. And then they go, well, we might have to.
You know. Right. Get him up out of here. Right.
She was sad.
But then.
Whatever. And I'm not saying any of that happened.
Sure.
I'm saying that's more reasonable than what kind of we're being told. That's all.
Hear me out.
Then we still have to figure out how did Tyler Robinson come into the picture. We just and child, we probably won't even get to hear from Tyler. We probably won't even get to hear from Tyler. The jury pool may get tainted. You know, or they may just look. They'll find out. They, you know, child. They gonna protect their asset for sure. I'm just curious to know how they're gonna spin it, though. I'm just curious to know how they're gonna spin it during the trial. After the trial, I'm just curious to know how they're going to spin this. I mean, he got a military motorcade coming to and from prison every single day. He coming in from secret entrances and bunker downstairs entrance. Like, what? What? Wait a minute. I'm talking about a real military motorcade when he come to and from court every single day. I just remember we was talking to Jesse last night, and Jesse said he could have been a patsy. I'm just like, go ahead, look at Candace
And
ass.
of course, he is correct. He's absolutely nothing that we're being told is reasonable whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense. We are very quickly arriving at a moment. By the way, I noted from my producer that some of you guys on YouTube got cut off for the first 4 minutes of the show. Just to let you know, we are speaking about people who were having a panic, a meltdown on X because of Tucker Carlson's tweet. Very simple tweet. He said, "Pray the spell breaks and the world is saved." What I am positing is the reason why they are so triggered is because of the word spell, which implies witchcraft, which implies the occult. And that is what this is. That is the moment that we are arriving in, is that we need to wake up to what it is that the people at the top believe. What is their guiding theology that keeps us constantly embedded in wars in foreign territories?
I don't know what he talking about, or she. I
Murdering
don't know.
Children,
I ain't even
looking
looking.
the other way. When children are being harmed. This brings me to President Trump, who has actually transformed into the longest running joke. It didn't take for me Charlie Kirk's death to wake up to what he was very fast becoming and what he now is.
She had
And I will
already.
have a lot to say to him, a lot to say about him when we get back from this quick break.
Yeah, she had already clocked that one and was like, yeah, this. I don't know what this is, but this ain't it. I'm glad she came to her senses. I just hate the fact that, you know, child, them politics, honey, they get so caught up. They get so caught up in it. So caught up in it. And then, of course, what they say, when the shit hit the fan, then look. And you got to understand, we still got to get through, 2 more years. Then we got to find somebody to come in here and clean up this mess. You got to find somebody to come in here and clean up this mess. So that's going to take 2 years to clean up this mess. And then try to spend another year trying to get things through Congress, to Congress, passed in oh my God. They 4 years to be done, and you know, you may get a bill or 2 passed. That's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, it just be like a never-ending cycle. Every time. Every single time. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Get a Republican in. They be trying to undo what the Democratic president just did, and then you get a Democratic president in, and it so exhausting. And they be going so hard. Ooh.
I have not exactly found the correct words to communicate how I feel about President Donald Trump.
And then remember she had I think what really clicked with Candace, and I'm pretty sure she's finna say it again, but what really clicked for her was when Brigitte sent that lawsuit. And then not it before before Brigitte sent that lawsuit, remember somebody had told because child Candace so damn certified in these streets, in these YouTube streets, somebody ended up hitting her up and was like, it's a foreign a French something national French something brigade something some French intelligence something got a hit out on you
altogether, because
look,
it kind of sickens me,
mm-hmm,
as it should.
mm-hmm.
It should. If you were 2015, 2016 running around in MAGA hat, catching all of the figurative bullets for supporting him, standing up to the never Trumpers who are now running his administration, this level of deceit and betrayal should sicken you.
Exactly. Look, I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, listen, y'all was so gung-ho, MAGA, Donald Trump. And look at you now. Pick your faces up off the floor. Go ahead and sweep your crumbs up, because ain't nobody tell y'all to, child, stop.
The human spirit isn't really meant to contend with that sort of
Mm-hmm.
deceit.
Mm.
You're not supposed to even fathom a
Ooh.
scenario
Ooh.
where someone like Charlie Kirk quite literally dedicates his entire professional career,
Mm.
builds up an organization
Mm.
meant to help Trump, to empower Trump, conservative
Ooh.
principles, one way or the other.
Mm.
And in return, when Charlie Kirk is assassinated in front of the world, Trump just dedicates a total of two tweets, 3 tweets at most, to demanding, and he'd never demanded an investigation. And one of those tweets that he dedicates to Charlie Kirk is an AI image of Charlie hugging an Israeli flag.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Trump has shown more interest in debunking the mainstream media narrative about whether or not he's balding than he showed any interest in investigating who murdered a person who was supposed to be his dear friend.
Mm-mm.
Was I will employ every reason? No, he was good. So how exactly are we supposed to process that? We are to simply understand, I think, that Trump has loyalty to no one
But Israel.
but himself.
Well, that too.
Probably wasn't even anything that deep that they
too.
offered him. It was probably just like, hey, we'll give you a piece of real estate in Gaza with your name on it.
Mm.
Also, favorable headlines in the New York Times.
And that
We put out
Nobel
a desk
Peace
every morning and We
Prize.
tell you this is how everybody thinks. You think they still have power? Honestly, that's probably all it took
Ooh.
for Trump to betray not just the legacy and the memory of Charlie Kirk,
America.
but also his supporters. The
Mm-hmm.
very supporters
I told you.
who followed him into battle.
Exactly.
Some will literally spend time in prison after
Now
January
it's
6th
January
because
6th.
they
Talking about
believed in him.
9/11. January 6th.
Trump has betrayed every last single one of us.
Mhm.
Okay, make no mistake about that. Trump is now a never Trumper.
Ooh.
The very people that we had to fight to get Trump into office,
Mhm.
he is now partnered with and insulting us. And he thinks that we're too stupid to notice or something. That he promised low gas prices and he
Mhm.
promised no more
Eggs.
forever wars, no more
Right.
involvement in Middle East conflict.
Mhm.
And we're now
Affordable
getting the
eggs.
exact
Opposite.
opposite. And that's happening because he's a coward.
Ooh.
He is a coward for doing this to the American people.
Oh.
And that's going to be his legacy. His legacy is going to be a person who could not stand up to Bibi Netanyahu. A
Look
person who
at him
just
holding that damn chair. And he looked crazy doing it. Look, he looked mad as hell doing that shit too. Got me holding this motherfucking chair. He looked so damn mad. He looked mad as hell doing that shit.
money and loves the idea of his name on anything. This is what the world will remember about Donald Trump. Thus far, in 1 year, to recap, his administration has worked to allow the slow erosion of the First Amendment on college campuses. Special cards for anti-Semitism. So, in effect, hate speech laws. There's a new IHRA definition for anti-Semitism. A definition that is so broad that it includes, quote, accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interest of their own nations.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because he then because he doesn't even know what they're writing and what they're putting together, he's not paying attention, he hilariously violates his own law when he discusses his boss, Miriam Adelson. Take a listen to what he says.
Hold on. Thought I was at 1.25.
Stand up, please. She really is. I mean, she loves this country.
I like that dress, honey.
She loves this country. Her and her husband are so incredible. We miss him so dearly. But I actually asked her, I'm going to get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once, I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel, I must say.
Martinez family. Thank you for the
Thank you,
compliment.
darling, for being here. That's a great honor.
So Trump is saying that the person that he took $100 million, $200 million from, I think in the end, loves Israel more than she loves America. You served in the IDF. That's what he's saying to you. Trump's administration then delayed the release of and then gaslit us over the Epstein files. He called the files a Democratic hoax. He asked us famously, are we still talking about the Epstein files? Are we still talking about children being harmed? Yeah, make no mistake, that translates into providing cover for Jewish pedophiles, because that's what Jeffrey Epstein was, an occult Jewish pedophile.
Was that you, Martinez? Oh, somebody else been in here. Oh, Lord. Somebody else been in here. Oh. Look, I thought it was somebody else who had been in there. They probably amazing in person. Shh, don't be telling on my business like that.
Told us no more forever wars. They
I'll be telling on my
definitely
business.
marketed themselves as pro-peace. in
They
advance. That was
definitely
typically
are,
done
though, for
until
sure.
Bibi Netanyahu said Venezuela's anti-Semitic.
Oh,
Imagine
come on, man. I'll be going on commercial at like the craziest times. Mid-sentence is just ridiculous, though.
And we took out Maduro. And guess who benefited from that? I loved this headline so much. Venezuela sends first oil shipment to Israel in years, in signs of relations improving. I bet relations have improved. Hey, look, Americans, your gas prices are going up, but the important thing to remember is that your tax-paying dollars were sent to support the military operation in Venezuela, which has thus far benefited Israel.
Oh, of
My best
course.
guess is that's at least part of the reason, the real reason why Trump is obsessed with acquiring Greenland. Because they do have untapped crude oil, an estimated 31 billion barrels worth.
Ooh.
That sure would go a long way for Israel's incessant need to murder, bomb, and destroy. A lot of that. Now, maybe you voted for Trump because you were a Maha mom.
I did not vote for him. I didn't even
Have no
vote
fear,
at
the
all.
traitor is here. Because on February 26th, Trump signed an executive order invoking the Defense Production Act to boost the production of glyphosate, which is what's found in Monsanto, right? That is the cancer-causing agent that is in the weed killer. We know it causes cancer. Maha moms fought, so that would not be a thing anymore. Toxic pesticides.
It's a robe. I'm comfy.
Apparently back on the table. But don't miss this part, okay? This is from the Washington Post, because people went, why do this? They wrote, but the largely overshadowed part was the order's mention of something contentious in another way. The manufacture of munitions used by the United States military. Bayer, which makes glyphosate, is also the only company in the United States that manufactures a form of elemental phosphorus, which is called white phosphorus, which is used to make the weed killer. Ah, okay, phosphorus. That white phosphorus is also used to make munitions deployed as smoke screens and incendiary devices that can violently burn property or people.
Okay. So it's not just for the weed killer, it's for like other things too. Oh, jeez. Bear.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that.
Is it because of the size of my neck? Chill, man. Chill, bro. Chill.
Everyone's talking about Monsanto, but nobody's paying attention to that white phosphorus is also
I mean,
manufactured by executive order. And you're not going to believe me, but guess what is being used right now in Lebanon? Check out this headline. Oh, Israel unlawfully using white phosphorus.
unlawfully.
I wonder where they're getting that from.
Bingo.
Probably from the pro-peace ticket.
Uh-oh.
It was all peace, peace, peace. It's always peace until Israel gets involved.
Until they need something. Oh.
Bibi instructed Trump to bomb
So
Iran
over them, bro.
almost immediately, and gratefully because Charlie Kirk was alive at that.
Sir, I got a green screen. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing.
Time. It was at first limited to just hitting their
You ain't gonna be able to
nuclear
see
sites.
nothing.
And I shouldn't even say gratefully, by the way, because he promised us no involvement in overseas conflicts, but they at least pretended for a little bit like it was only going to be a limited operation. Now, some of us knew better because it's never ending. Baal requires constant blood sacrifice. The obstacle of Charlie Kirk was then subsequently removed, and now where are we, right? The United States is preemptively bombing Iran. And the explanation that we are receiving is because Israel was going to bomb Iran,
And
so we went ahead and did it for
we-
them, just in case Iran responded by hitting American military bases. Well, that's actually very confusing. That's dizzying. There's no way they actually said that. No, they did. Marco Rubio came right out and said exactly that. Take a listen.
Look, what? We went ahead because wait. I probably need to go over there and see Sammy. Pretty sure he's the only one that can. Well, you know, put it into joke form.
The assessment that was made, that if we stood and waited for that attack to come first, before we hit them, we would suffer much higher casualties. And so the president made the very wise decision. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
I'm sorry, but under that scenario, if
Before.
Israel was going to cause and stop that chain of events, wouldn't that
No. I'm just
make sense
blank.
for them to bomb Israel?
I'm stupid.
Bomb Israel to prevent Israel from bombing Iran?
Right.
Prevent Iran from retaliating by going after American bases?
Right.
Because of our involvement with Israel and sending
Right.
them, constantly sending them munitions and things of that nature.
Charlie, it's raining so damn hard outside. Just listen. Just. I'm talking about she pouring down right now. She pouring down. That's why I'm like, I heard it thundering a few minutes ago. I'm like, dang, she sound like she finna get ready to rain again. It's raining outside, and I'm talking about raining too. I'm ready to go get in the bed now. Get up in them sheets.
So understand
Martinez
that
family, what you?
is Israel can't stop bombing people, so we have to bomb people for
Scared?
that. That's what he's telling you. And that's what we're doing. We just murdered 150 Iranian schoolgirls between the ages of 7 and 12 preemptively. Don't worry, guys. it
That's
was
what they
preemptively.
say.
Because Israel was probably going to bomb them and kill them, so we went
Right, and did that for
As
them.
long as you say preemptively, it makes it okay. Don't even think.
Like, just imagine Marco Rubio coming out and saying that. Oh, y'all, first of all, we had heard that they was finna get ready to bomb, so, and do that. So we was like, just go ahead. Because then if we don't, then y'all gonna be like, why y'all knew and didn't do nothing? So we just went on ahead and did it. Y'all put this administration in office, so I don't want to hear none of that. None of
How
that.
much peace can we really take?
Interesting. Dominican and Puerto Rican. Okay, interesting.
Too much peace. You know,
I like Dominican.
too much peace. Let's actually take a look at some live footage of the peace that we are currently spreading in the Middle East.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Preemptive peace.
Ooh,
We
wait.
had to do. I can explain it. I can explain it for you guys. It
Dang.
looks like peace. I'll reiterate my perspective that Trump
That shit crazy.
allowing this to happen, allowing this to go forward, it makes him a traitor, and it also makes him a coward. And you would do well to accept that fact. Okay, stop playing left or right. Stop saying it would have been different if Democrat was in office. Stop
Right.
playing Republican or Democrat. Wake up. These people occupy both sides. Now, I believe very much that world wars are in effect global resets. That's why they always want them to use propaganda to convince people to sign up for their own slaughter. Something that lives in my mind rent-free is Norm Finkelstein informing me that Israel had a literal and actual government policy known as mowing the lawn in Gaza, where the IDF would just at random begin shooting and killing Palestinians to ensure that the population didn't grow. Just like
Whoa. Mowing the lawn is crazy. What's the best? What does that mean, the best? The best what? Mowing the lawn is crazy. Check out my stats. Ooh. Would've hit that million. And I'm 45. She always got all these sidebars that she be trying to go through and go to. I'm like, man, come on, Candace. Cause this rain, I'm finna get ready to go to bed. Looking like I'm finna get ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed at this point. I really am. How long I been on? Ooh, over an hour. See, I'm ready to go to bed. I think it's the rain. Look, I think it's the rain. I was trying to see what was going on over here. On this algorithm. Nothing. Ooh. Let me see what he's talking about. Brian Steele. I thought he had, don't get me started. I thought he had, what's the name? No, that might be Melly. No, I thought Dirt had, no, that is Melly. No. I think both of them, child, don't get me, let me get up out of here, see? I'm finna go, the way my Monday's set up, ooh, I can only, like, for a certain period of time, and then I just have to, like, whoosh, whoosh. You can't give it too much on Mondays, honey. You gotta save some momentum. Wasn't that the word of the week, word of the day yesterday? Momentum. Now, technically, the word for the day was persistence, but I ended up using the quote last night. I guess, you know, because I think I ended up using momentum. Was it Saturday? Because I came on at midnight or something. Don't just anyway. I'm finna get up out of here because what time I got? I got 11:33. I got 11:30. Okay. And my brain and the rain is like, them sheets, my pillow. Ooh, memory foam, please. It's calling me now because now I did take a nap. I did. No, trust me, I would have never got on here. Don't get me the line. Don't get me the line. Cause I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. And then I don't come, and then people be, oh, she lying. Unsubscribe. I'm like, ugh. The way my nap set up, if I don't nap, I can't just be up all night playing. I'm gonna try. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Cause you know, corporate more than likely is gonna drop an episode tomorrow. Black Chicago be like, more than likely, corporate is gonna drop an episode tomorrow. So I'm a check just to make sure before I get on. And if he drop, I'm gonna come on, and then I'm gonna take Wednesday off. You know, cause I have to go to the grocery store sometimes at night. You know, when everybody's asleep. So then that way, you know, I can kind of navigate and stuff like that. And then sometime I can go live after I come back from the grocery store. I don't know. Shall I just be playing it by the ear every single day? Because y'all know how it is. The most I can do is just pray that I make it to tomorrow. I can't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow. I got to pray and make sure that I make it to see tomorrow, to go live. That's what you have to make sure. Hey, you know what? I would like to go live, but I also want to make it to see tomorrow. So I have to prioritize. But in the meantime, in between time, okay, love you, bye.